Hi, this is Lorraine with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney, and I thought I'd come on today and show you how we made this inside pop-up card on the Zoom class the other night. I'm having trouble seeing my video on Facebook. Here I am. I guess I just found it. So that's good. Okay, we are all set. So this starts with a regular card base. The card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And then you can see the front of it is just decorated with 2 pieces of DSP that I've layered, and I'll put all these measurements in the comments. But the DSP, the patterned paper, is 5 3/4. I'm sorry, 5 by 3 3/4. And I'm just going to glue those two together. Hopefully my glue will come out. It looks like I left the cap off. Yep, we're doing okay. All right, I'm just going to center that on a mat, and the mat is 1/8 of an inch bigger. It's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm going to center that on the front of the card base. This is really a quick little card. It works up pretty easily. Hi, Courtney, we missed you the other night. Glad you can catch this now. Okay, and then I like to put a mat in the inside as well. I just think it looks better with a mat in the inside, and then if you want to write something on it, you can. So I'm going to put just a regular 5 1/4 by 4 inch mat in there. Okay, so that's your basic card. Then you need a square that is 5 inches by 5 inches. And we're going to do a little bit of scoring on that. Let me get we're going to score it at 2.5 inches. It's basically right down the middle. And then I'm going to turn it 90 degrees. And I'm going to do it at 2.5 again. And then I'm going to do one diagonal, just one side. So I'm putting both points right in the track. And I'll start my scoring in the middle so I don't mash those points when I first come onto the cardstock. Okay. So that's all that we need with the trimmer. And now here is the secret part, the part that makes it magic. So first we're going to fold on that horizontal line, and I'll give it a little score. And then we're going to fold on the vertical line. Okay, and now I folded to the back. I'm going to now fold to the front on my diagonal. It's going to go the opposite way of however you did the other one. Okay? All right. And now you can almost see that it's doing what it needs to do on its own. It wants to fold in like so. And that's exactly what you want it to do. And then you can just encourage it to lay flat with the bone folder, okay? And so it's going to open like that. So as long as you remember to fold this diagonal the opposite way that you've done the other folds, it pretty much folds itself for you. All right, so now we're going to open it up and we're going to leave it so that it's similar to how it would look inside the card. We're going to leave it like that, and we're going to decorate it a little bit. Oh, I made a mistake. You do need your trimmer again. You have some 2 1/4 inch squares. Here they are. These two are the same. And I'm going to cut them in half on the diagonal. And again, I'm going to start my scoring blade in the middle. And I'm going to keep the 2 pieces together. And I'm going to score them in half. Okay. And now I did a third 2 1/4 that I'm going to leave whole. So in this one, I used pattern paper on these 2. I stamped this and stamped this. And you have to remember that your stamping goes on the diagonal. That's why I had to cut out a flower and put it on there. True confessions. But on this one, I'm going to use a piece of DSP at the top and just stamp on one panel. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and glue that in. These are 2 1/4 inch squares, but like I said, I'll write it all in the measurements. And I'm going to glue that in right there. This is the Paper Blooms paper, and these this pack of paper is one of the free celebration packs. Okay, so I'm going to put my triangles in like this. Although the other night we have some very talented, creative people. Some people put them different ways, like that, and then a couple of people, yeah, they kind of did it like that, or maybe even like this. But I'm going to be pretty boring and just put them together. I'm one of those people that likes things to match. So it's pretty evident that the triangle pieces go on the triangle spots in here. So you do all 4 of those. Whoops, I got a little bit crooked there. That's why I like that liquid glue. It will let you slide things around a little. Wiggle room, I call it. Okay. And now this one here. So in this last one, this 4th one, is where I'm going to do a little sentiment. And I'm going to use another one of the free celebration items. This is Approaching Perfection. It's a stamp set that you can get free with a $50 purchase. And I'm going to put some candles at the top of this card. I want it to be a Valentine card. Okay, and I'm using Seaside Spray ink that matches the... Did I say I wanted it to be a Valentine card? I meant birthday card. I'm not sure what I said. Okay, birthday candles. And then I'm going to use the So What If You're Older, You're Fabulous. Because that happens to apply to me and several of the people in my same age group. I'm upside down. Oh, I'm going to do this one in Night of Navy. I want it to show up a little bit darker. I think I got a little ink on that. So let me just clean that off. Okay. And yes, Courtney, I cut the little pieces of DSP in half. Okay, so now I'm using Night of Navy. And I'll just test this out, see if I'm pretty straight. Pretty good. And I'm going to put that right below the candles. Or maybe I'm hitting the candles. There we go. Good. And I also took out Blossoms in Bloom because I wanted a little flower that looked similar to the flowers on this DSP. There is a stamp set called Something Blooms. I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, that matches very well. I do not have that one, so I can't get that one out, but I thought I would make do with this one. You can always use what you have. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it in the lighter color. Yeah. I'm just going to put a little flower right there. There we go. Maybe I'll put another one next to it. And there. Okay. So I'll glue that last piece in place. Over here. And that will be our pop-out piece. So now I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to put some tear and tape on this piece of it. When you have moving parts, it's really good to use tear and tape and have it be super, super secure. Oh, I'll have to cut a little piece of that off. And I'm going to make sure this sticks, really well, in case I send it to somebody that's on the younger side. Okay, and now sometimes it's easier to get that paper backing off if you give it a little score. We'll see. There we go. I'm going to fold that extra right back there. Okay, now I'm turning this in my hand, and that's dangerous because I have to make sure I have it in the right orientation as we put this in our card. So I'm going to open the card, and I'm just going to pretty much eyeball where the middle of this card is. I'm using my grid paper a little bit. That seems, whoops, to be the middle. And I'm going to put this in and right up to that fold line. I'm going to hold it with a little bit of give, and if as the card closes, if it pushes a little bit on this mechanism, this pop-up, I'm going to let it go forward just a bit. Whoops, and I'm going to check again that I'm going in the right direction because I did one incorrectly. Okay, and now I'm just going to give it a little rub, and there's that part. And as you might guess, now we're going to put some tear and tape on this part and then close this up. And I'll do one more piece. Okay. Oh, I'm a cautious person. I like to play it safe. I'll put a piece over there as well. I could use my Take Your Pick tool. It does a really good job getting this up, but it always seems to be on a different table than I'm on. I guess that would be justification for ordering a second one. I'll have to put that on my list. And then one can have a home on this table. Okay, and now I'm going to close the card and let that go right in the spot. And then we have this cute card that pops up. So I want to show you one other thing I did with the Paper Blooms paper. I used my 2 1/4 inch circle punch to punch out this large blue circle right from here. And I thought that would look cute on the front. And I'm going to stamp on a piece of white scrap paper. It's stuck under my stand. Hold on a second, sorry. I'm going to stamp a happy birthday sentiment on the white scrap paper and punch that out in a little bit smaller punch and layer it on there. So I might have gotten the size of that punch wrong. Let's see. Which one? This is 2 1/4. I got it stuck. That is not good to do. Okay. Let's do it this way. Is this the punch I used? Yes. So I did use the 2 1/4 for that. And when I punch out my white, I'll use my 2-inch punch. So I'm going to use the Happy Birthday sentiment from this same stamp set, the Approaching Perfection, and I'm going to do it in the navy. Go. So happy birthday. And that was my 2-inch circle, and I'm going to put some of the same Seaside Spray little flowers on that as well. You can tell I'm a messy creator. I have scraps of paper everywhere. And I think there is a little center for these flowers. There is. So let me clean this off so I can put it back. And I'll do a Night of Navy center, although I like the white center too. Well, we'll try it. I'm afraid if I don't take the time to put the stamp back, I will never find it, especially when they're little. So let's see how that looks. Can you see that? I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do one full strength, then I'm gonna do one stamped off, and I think I'll do one more full strength up top. There we go. And so I'm going to glue this. I'm going to let the white show and some of the variation in the color show. Maybe offset it. Yeah, I'm going to offset it like that. So I'll just glue this one on. Oh, I like the other side of that paper too. Glue this one on. And this one I think I will pop up on dimensionals. Okay. And so it's really a quick and easy way of making a card that has a little surprise on the inside. And I love this Paper Blooms paper. I may have a few extra packs of it. And I hope I said that this circle came out of the same pack of paper. Yeah, it's the one that has the, I call it tire tread on the back, and then the circles on the front. So this is the cute little pop-up card. It still fits in a regular envelope. And at some post offices, it seems to go for regular postage, and at other post offices, it seems to need an extra stamp. There's not too much rhyme or reason, it seems, about how that works, but that's the way it goes. So I hope you liked this demonstration. If you did, I'd love it if you could give it a heart. If you feel comfortable sharing it, I would love more people to be able to see it. Thank you, Carrie. I'm so glad you like the card. If there's anything you need that you'd like to make a card at home and you need any supplies, I'd be happy to help you with that. You can message me or click on the Shop Now button on Chat and Craft with Lorraine. Thanks so much. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.